Welcome to the wild ride of product management. In the next 12 minutes, we're going to blast through 60 PM terms and concepts. What's the formula for shaping good ideas into exceptional products? Well, today we're unpacking it. Let's start with imagining a world where products solve real problems, delight users, and drive business success. That's the goal of product management.
That sounds simple enough. Let's just do that.
Every product journey starts with a real problem. Think about the most successful companies. They didn't just build cool stuff. They tackled issues that mattered. Keep in mind, you can't build for everyone. Narrow it down to a specific customer segment. Use tools like archetypes and empathy maps to get inside their heads. What do they care about? What bugs them? What excites them? Now, imagine your product is already a success. Everyone's talking about it. This approach is known as working backwards and starts with the team imagining the product is ready to ship and writing a press release announcing it. It was developed at Amazon and detailed in a book of the same name. Every customer problem is an opportunity in disguise. They consist of customer needs, pain points, and desires. Identifying opportunities involves market and competitor analysis, talking to customers and digging into trends and data.
Dig is what we like to do.
Market analysis helps understand a market's size, growth, customers, competitors, and trends. There are many ways to approach it, such as 5C analysis, a tool used to evaluate and assess the internal and external factors that can impact companies' ability to achieve its objectives, and pestle analysis, framework commonly used to evaluate the business environment. Competitor analysis helps to navigate the competitive landscape and make smarter decisions on how to stand out. There are various ways to approach this, including SWOT analysis, which helps to identify internal strengths and weaknesses, as well as external opportunities and threats. Porter's 5 forces analysis can help to assess industry attractiveness. How trends will affect industry competition, which industries a company should compete in, and how companies can position themselves for success. All that research is great, but there's only one group that can truly validate your hypothesis: your customers. Jobs to be done technique helps identify what job your customer is hiring your product to do. Jobs to be done includes functional aspects, the practical and objective customer requirements; emotional aspects, the subjective customer requirements related to feelings and perception; personal dimension, how the customer feels about the solution; and social dimension, how customers believe they are perceived by others while using the solution. User journey map is a visual snapshot of the steps a user takes to reach a goal with your product. It highlights their thoughts and feelings along the way, helping to spot pain points and opportunities. And of course, customer interviews, to get deep insights into what your users really want. If you could only focus on one thing, make it talking to your users. You'll have to read between the lines and uncover their true needs and motivations, which they often can't tell you directly.
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
There will be plenty of opportunities to explore, and they need to be prioritized. You'll do that a lot. Yes, this will mean turning down many good ideas. Opportunities can be evaluated through 4 key lenses: opportunity sizing, market, company, and customer factors, eliminating those that don't align with your product vision and strategy. Your product vision is the why behind everything you're doing. It's the inspiring description of the future you're trying to create. Google, Microsoft, Netflix, Slack, Figma, and others all have one-line vision statements guiding them forward. Then comes your product strategy, the what. It's where you lay out your goals and explain what your product will do and who it's for. Gibson Biddle suggests to think of product strategy as hypotheses about how you hope to delight customers in hard-to-copy, margin-enhancing ways. Once opportunities are prioritized, you'll find that each one opens the door to a dozen possible solutions, but you can't pursue them all. This is where prioritization frameworks come in handy. There are tons to choose from, so pick the one that fits your available data, inputs, and constraints. You can also tweak existing frameworks or create your own to better suit your needs. Solutions then will form a product roadmap, the how. The tactical plan aligned with product strategy and product vision. Before the start of implementation, product requirements are usually prepared. The development team focuses on the product backlog, a prioritized list of work drawn from the product roadmap and its requirements. Product backlog items typically include user stories, bugs, technical tasks, improvements, and other types if needed. User story is a short, user-centric description of a functionality that focuses on the value it delivers. Product backlog items should have a clear description and acceptance criteria, a simple checklist of what needs to happen for it to be marked complete. But don't confuse it with the definition of done. They're two different things. Acceptance criteria is task-specific, while the definition of done is a broader set of standards that applies to all backlog items and doesn't change between items. Before fully committing to a solution, it's important to validate your hypothesis. If the solution is high effort from an implementation perspective, there are methods to validate ideas and gather user feedback before building. For example, High-fidelity Prototype, a detailed, interactive representation of a product or system that closely resembles the final product. They are often used to test user flows, interactions, and visual design elements. They can also be used to validate assumptions about how users will interact with a product before it is released, and can help identify potential issues before they become costly problems. Another option is Wizard of Oz testing. Users think they're interacting with an automated system, but there's someone behind the curtain manually managing the tasks. It's great for simulating the experience before committing to full development, though not scalable in the long run. For example, an AI assistant that in reality is a combination of pre-programmed responses and human operators. Fake door testing is used to validate demand for a product before investing in its development. It involves inviting customers to use a feature that is not ready, to see how many of them will be interested. For example, you might place a button for a new feature in your app. When users click it, they're taken to a page that explains the feature is coming soon and invites them to sign up to be notified when it goes live. A/B testing is another great option to ensure you're making the right choice. Typically, traffic is randomly split between two versions based upon a predetermined weighting. A/B testing compares two versions against each other to determine which performs better for a given metric. Onboarding and monetization are great areas for A/B testing. In this example, we're testing how different button names impact sign-up conversion rates. There are a lot of things that can be tested: call to action, button size, color, and more. In this example, the A/B test examines how the default state influences users' decision between choosing a monthly or annual subscription. Just make sure the results are accurate and statistically significant. It means that the differences in your metrics aren't due to random chance. Waiting for results can be quite stressful. Besides A/B testing, you'll need to analyze data and track product metrics regularly. Metrics are indicators of how users interact with the product. Data analysis is an important part of daily decision-making and measuring success of the product or feature. Product metrics can fall into 6 buckets: acquisition, activation, engagement, retention, monetization, and referral. Acquisition metrics focus on how users discover your product. It is the first step in the user journey, bringing new people in the door. They're good for understanding what marketing channels are working best. Activation metrics show how well you move users from acquisition through aha moment to becoming active users. Aha moment is when a user first experiences the core value of a product and realizes its true benefit. Identifying this moment and streamlining product onboarding to help users reach it as quickly as possible is key to product success. Engagement metrics shows how frequently and deeply users interact with your product. Users who engage with your product are considered active users. Retention metrics are critical for companies' growth. They show your ability to keep users coming back over time. Active users go through 3 different stages of retention: new, current, and resurrected user retention. New are users who are using a product for the first time. Current are users who have been using a product consistently for some period of time. Resurrected are users who were once actively using a product, then became inactive for a period of time, and became active again. Monetization metrics are measuring how effectively your product generates revenue. They show how effectively users are converted into paying customers. Referral metrics measure the impact of user advocacy on acquiring new customers. They show how often users recommend product to others, fueling organic growth. Within those, there's often one metric that best captures the core value that your product provides to customers. It's called the North Star metric. This brings us to the North Star framework, which is about managing product based on your North Star metric, supported by input metrics, the 3 to 5 factors that most directly affect your North Star, and that you believe you can influence through your product offering. The North Star metric is a leading indicator of sustainable business results and customer value. A change in this metric typically leads to corresponding changes in your business results. You need both leading and lagging indicators. Leading indicators are like dark clouds before it rains. They tell you what's about to happen. Lagging indicators are the raindrops hitting your head, telling you what already happened. Leading indicators drive daily tactics and are easy to measure frequently. Lagging indicators take time to show up, so today's changes may not show up until much later. But metrics aren't everything. Identifying risks like viability, feasibility, usability, and value is also crucial. Let's unpack them on self-driving car example. Value risk. Do people even want a self-driving car? Maybe they prefer driving themselves or don't trust the technology yet.
What is all this stuff?
It's a computer, Marty.
Feasibility risk. Can we technically build it? The technology may not be advanced enough to safely navigate all environments. Usability risk. Can people easily use it? If it's too complicated to operate or confusing to control, people won't adopt it.
All these buttons. What are all these buttons for?
Viability risk. Will it align with business goals and generate enough revenue? Won't it be too expensive to produce or maintain?
That'll cost you an arm and a leg.
And the final word for your product management dictionary for today. No. You might have to use it a lot to protect your roadmap.
Please. No.
Thanks for watching. It was me, Marina, on a mission to simplify product management and make it fun. Get ready for bite-sized videos that cut through the noise and provide practical insights. Before you dash off, don't forget to hit like button and share this video with someone on their PM journey. By the way, the frameworks you've seen in this video and more are available for free. Check the links in the description below.